Hey my lovies, it's Miss Jimenez. We are back with another video. Today's topic is going to be a little bit more deeper than I usually am. This is how to beat depression, part 1. I think 2023 or 2022, it was the highest rate of people with depression and anxiety. I'm not sure which year, I'll have to do my research. But the numbers have been higher than usual. And I think day to day, more people, everyone wants to show off and act like they're okay, but it's not the truth. And I think there's a few people, I think 9,000 people are subscribed to me on YouTube. I'm sure there's a good number of that, going through something, including myself. So I wanted to take a deeper dive, and if I could help someone, that would be phenomenal. Or if you just want to, listen in, I won't take too much of your time. Hopefully this video will be about 10 to 15 minutes, not too long. But I just want to share some things that helped me, and if it can help you, praise God. Let's get into it. So I have my notes written down, so I want to read you my notes, and then I will talk about each point. There's 3 points that I want to talk to in this first part, and then the second part I'll do 3 more points. So number 1, on how to beat depression. Find the root of your depression. Go all the way back to what brought you sadness and anger. Was it a parent? Was it abuse? Were you molested when you were a kid? Were you bullied? What is the thing that's causing you that depression, or the sadness, or the anger, or the envy? What is that? Get down to the root. There's something in the back of your head that you can't seem to move forward from. Once you find what it is, dwell on it. Cry, get angry, mope, sit in your corner, feel what you need to feel. Talk about how that certain thing made you feel in that moment and the things you did to cover up your emotions. Write down all the causes. Be out loud with yourself or your therapist about it. Don't hide it. So this is number 1 of understanding what's wrong. What's wrong? What is the thing that is making you sad? Is there something that you're stuck on that has happened that you can't seem to get over? And every single day, it either goes through your mind or it's in your daily habits of the reason why you act like this is because something that happened then. If you can find out what that is, then you can move on. We can move forward from something. But you gotta know what was the start, what was the beginning. No matter if you were 5 years old, no matter if you were a teenager, or if it was something that happened a year ago. Whatever it is, you gotta know that one thing. If you don't know that one thing, try getting a therapist. A therapist can help you with that as well, because you'll be sharing your life, you'll be sharing your emotions as well. And when you do know what it is, or you do know why you're hurt, whatever emotion you feel it. A lot of the time, the emotion you feel during depression could be sadness, hurt, anger. If you need to cry, go cry. Go sit in a corner and bawl your eyes out. If you're mad and you need to hit something, hit something. Go to one of those rooms where you can swing a bat around and throw stuff at the walls. Do what you have to do to get that out of your system. Because depression is something that you are containing. There's something in that you're either trying to hide or you're trying to forget about it. But your mind and your soul won't let you forget about it. The more you hide it, the more you carry it with you. No matter what it is, you're going to get that anxiety in your chest, and it's going to sting because you haven't expressed that yet. So the number 1 thing is to know what's wrong, what's going on, and let's talk about that. Number 2, on how to beat depression. What kind of depression do you have? Persistent, seasonal, atypical, smiling depression. It's important to know what you have so you can spot the signs in yourself. When you can understand the signs, you can start your preventative measures or your plan. Do you need to go outside? Do you need to work out? Do you need to take a boxing class? So there's different types of depression. Sometimes people have it every single day. Sometimes people get it when it's, a certain time of the year. Sometimes smiling depression is, you walk outside and everyone thinks you're fine. No one knows you're going through anything. But when you get behind closed doors, you're out of it. You're depressed, or you're depressed, but you can hide it well. So it's important to know what kind of depression you have so you can sit down and figure out a plan or figure out the steps to tell yourself, uh-oh, I'm doing this. That means something's wrong. For example, when you're depressed, maybe you eat a lot. Maybe you constantly eat to make yourself feel better. Or you sleep. You sleep all day. You sleep all night. Or you don't leave your house. You stay in. You don't want to go outside. Or you don't want to be around people. There's certain things your body does or your mind does that is maybe quick to you, but it's the signs of depression. You don't shower. You kind of stop taking care of yourself. Maybe you stopped cleaning. There's so many different things and signs. And once you know what kind of depression you have, you can kind of write down things you can do to subside that. If you start noticing your signs of depression creeping in, maybe you need to go outside and take a walk. Maybe you need to go take a yoga class. Maybe you need to go get a massage. Maybe you need to phone a friend. Something that can get you out of the starting phases of your depression. I'll tell you a little bit about mine. Mine was sleep. So I slept and I would not leave. I just sleep it off, and I slept, woke up, had a grape so my stomach wouldn't bother me, went back to sleep. So I know when I'm doing that, something's wrong. Something is up. So a lot of the times now when I find myself kind of creeping in like that, I'll go work out. I'll take a walk outside. I'll take myself out to eat. I'll get in some fresh air and I'll let the sunlight hit me. The sunlight does wonders for me. Just sitting there and getting fresh air and getting out of my room, getting out of my bed is huge for me. It took a lot to get me out of the bed. And it's different for everyone. Maybe you need to take a painting class, or you need to write. You need to, write down how you feel. No matter what it is, don't be ashamed of doing that thing, because that thing helps your mind, it helps your heart, it helps your soul. So whatever that is. And we are going on to number 3 on how to beat depression. Take this time for you. Maybe someone has told you you have depression, or you do. This is the time, this is the moment to really take time for yourself and focus how to move forward from depression. This might look like scaling back from people or people pleasing. Get comfortable with telling people no. This time in your life is for you to figure out you, because you have something major going on in your life right now. This is your time to put yourself first, and if people don't like it, let them be. Take a break from life and realign your life to what you like. This time is about you. Let the world crumble. Find your peace. Basically, if you know you have depression, or your therapist is telling you have depression, or you just see the signs of what's going on, this is the time for you to say, I can't do this right now. I cannot help you right now. I have something going on with me. Okay, a lot of the time we people please and we show up for everyone else around us. We don't show up for ourselves. Depression is you're neglecting yourself in some way, somehow. You're neglecting some type of issue with you. So if family has stuff going on, your boyfriend and your girlfriend has stuff going on, your friends have stuff going on, you know what? I'm sorry, I can't make it. I got some stuff going on with me that I just need to figure out. That is your next response. Depression is you have peace with everything else, all the people that you're people pleasing, you have no peace with yourself. That's depression, or at least part of it. Learn to say no and be okay with saying no, because people will use you up until you have nothing left to give. People love to take, and they don't want to give. So this time, give back to yourself. Someone texts you, calls you, hey, we're doing this thing, or I need your help on this thing, or can you show up for this thing for me? You know what, I wish I could go there. I'm going through some personal issues right now. I won't be able to make it. That's it. You don't need to go into detail, because it's your personal business. If they have a problem with that, if they're trying to argue you down, maybe that's not someone you want to have in your life at the moment. Your biggest focus, and I can't emphasize this enough, your biggest focus right now is you and trying to get past depression, or at least a plan to get past it. If you can't be right in the right space in your mind and in your heart, you cannot deal with the world, because the world will always be on fire. There'll always be something going on in the world. You need to find your space to be okay right here. And don't be embarrassed about any of this. We all go through something. Whether we're a child, whether we're an adult, I don't care how macho and big you are,